Hey guys, welcome back to RHR Jen. I'm so glad you're here. Guys, I have a little bit of a different show for you today. Typically, I like to joke around and be silly. I'm going to be a bit more serious in this one as I have something I have been wanting to discuss with you all. We will get into the Harry and Meghan of it all. I know a lot of you come here for that, but there's something else that's been on my mind that I really want to wade into, and I haven't yet. But I'm hoping with mutual respect and understanding, we can have a conversation about this. What I want to talk about is the Andrew of it all. I want to wade into that gently and talk about it a little bit because I do have thoughts on this. Let me start by sharing just briefly that I have had a lifelong connection to the monarchy, to England, to the United Kingdom, to all of it. Okay. I grew up reading these stories like The Secret Garden and Alice in Wonderland and even King Arthur's, legends and things like that. And so it sparked this deep love for the country's heritage, traditions, things, the royal family, making it feel like a core part of my identity. It's something that I feel so strongly about. This isn't just about nostalgia for me. This is about the monarchy representing so much like continuity and stability and a sense of national pride. It transcends politics. I am pro monarchy overall. It provides a unifying figurehead. It boosts tourism, economy. It preserves cultural history, things like that. It offers a nonpartisan symbol in a very divided world. So I think there's a lot of benefits there. Obviously, if you followed me at all, you know that I have a huge admiration for Her Majesty the late Queen. She's the epitome of duty and grace. She served for over 70 years through wars, through social changes, personal scandals, always putting the country first. She is, I think, a great leader to look to. I just love her and admire her so much. Her poise, her work ethic, her subtle modernization, it's inspired my admiration and it's reinforced my love for the institution. She embodied quiet strength and adaptability. She handled family crises with dignity, and she's a model for why the monarchy endures. That's what I think. Now, let's talk, Andrew. It's a sensitive topic. I'm approaching it carefully. I want to acknowledge the seriousness of it and that they are allegations. Okay. I won't say the evil guy's name. Ep. You know who I'm talking about. And the reason for that is a YouTube thing. Some people say it. I just won't say it. I just don't want to say it. But you know who I'm talking about. Last part is Steen. I just don't say that together. I'm not going to go into graphic details. But I'm going to say the allegations are a stain on the family, but not the institution itself. This doesn't define the entire monarchy, in my opinion. And again, leave me your comments. Let me know. I think it's one individual's actions amid a long history of service. That's how I feel about it. They've had scandals. They've had to show resilience. The monarchy has survived all kinds of things. Abdications, divorces, I mean, you name it, scandals. We've seen some scandals come out of them, right? But they've had to do it by evolving and by being held accountable and holding accountability. Now, I want to talk about King Charles for a minute. And to be honest, this is where I want an open dialogue because this is where I struggle a little bit. To be honest, I want to lean positive and say I do support aspects of him because I do believe that he stepped up decisively, stripping Andrew of titles, honors, even his residence, the Royal Lodge, to protect the monarchy's reputation. That can't have been easy, but he did it and showed zero tolerance in the shadow that this casts. Okay. He's also been open to say he will work with authorities in these situations. That can't be easy. The only thing that's giving me a moment's hesitation is just wondering, and this is where I have close friends who fall on both sides of this issue. Some say it's not fair to even involve Charles in the conversation, King Charles, all respect. But some think that it is. So I'm just going to tread lightly here and say I'm still not sure myself. So let me know in the comments what you think. My question is, the thing that gives me hesitation is wondering what he might have known. And maybe that's not fair. Maybe he didn't know. But given the close family bond and the generations background, meaning he and Andrew are of different ages, but they're the same generation. So I just wonder how much he knew. It's my natural curiosity. No one outside of the inner circle knows the full timeline, and there's no clear evidence of wrongdoing on his part. What matters is how he handled it. So he seems to have handled it with clear, unprecedented steps in distance and addressing it. But I just wonder if there's anything else to know. That's what I'm wondering aloud. Despite the weight of his personal health challenges and all he's been through, he's stayed focused on duty, continuing his lifelong environmental advocacy, streamlining the monarchy for relevance, and expressing concern for the victims, showing a commitment to doing right by the country and by the institution. But again, chime in the comments. Where do you land on this? What are your thoughts? Let me know. Now, something that I do want to bring up is I don't think it's fair that people have taken to yelling at Prince William we saw it, I believe, when he was in Saudi Arabia, and we've seen it back when he's, or when he's back in England. People yelling at Prince William, I don't think that's fair. He was a child during the time of the allegations. I have an excitement for the future with William and Catherine. They represent fresh, open generation. I love the mental health advocacy, the way that Prince William and Princess of Wales seem to be working on homeless solutions and early childhood focus and global initiatives, things like that. Again, I'm a huge fan of Catherine, especially. I just love her and her early childhood development focus and things like that. I think they're very relatable. I think they're family oriented, and they are proactive on modern issues. They've navigated scrutiny with poise, and they protect their children's privacy, very thoughtfully. It's unfair and unkind when people direct their anger at William, in my opinion. Again, he was a child and teen during the early Andrew, issues. And when he's being accused of holding him accountable, talking about Prince William, it feels misplaced and it feels rude, frankly. Their joint work, William and Catherine, builds unity. They emphasize positive change, and they handle challenges, both personal and public, with grace. Exactly the kind of future-facing monarchy that excites me. So I just wanted to put out my thoughts on this, and I want to get your thoughts on this and tell me let's just have a conversation. Let's start here. I respect King Charles and what he's done. I'm curious to know more, if there is more to know. And I, again, want to fully respect Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales. So I'm curious to see what else, if anything, comes out of this. And I just wanted to get some thoughts out there on all this. But again, this is where I want to open dialogue. Share why you feel the way you do, wherever you land on this issue. Let me know. I want to know in the comments. We can be respectful of each other. Tell me your thoughts on the monarchy. Tell me if you think this is going to shake the future of the monarchy. Tell me all of it. Let's start here with an open conversation. If there's a topic specifically you want me to cover, I want to hear it. And I do want to talk about it. I've been hesitant to wade in before, but I think it's time, because I do have thoughts on this. And while I don't go political here, I don't think there's anything wrong with having an open conversation about things like this. I think it's important, actually. So let me know your thoughts on this. And now we're going to transition to Harry and Meghan. I have lots of thoughts on them. Thank you. Okay, I know what you're here for. You know what I'm here for. Let's talk Harry and Meghan. It's been a really long time since I've done best and worst of Twitter. So I thought we could take a look over there. And let me just go ahead and tell you, it doesn't disappoint. Let's take a look and see what people are talking about. Spoiler alert, they're talking about that NBA appearance. People are still on about how weird that whole appearance was, how Meghan was like clawing at Harry and making him play nice, and how of it shall we say that Harry appeared to be and possibly angry. But anyway, starting with this one, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are the fakest people on earth. This is so cringe to watch. Cringe is a great way to describe it. That's how I felt as well. I just don't understand. I keep saying this, but why anyone, especially here, but why anyone would put up with that constant, like, come on, smile. Like, even, my Goslet, who's single digits, I think that's a bit much. She's not 4. So I don't need to tell her, come on, smile, come on, wave to the camera. And he's just like, okay. Anyway, so continuing on, however much hate Prince Harry and Meghan Markle get, it isn't enough. Oh God, they really are awful. They're odious people. Meghan's a narcissist and Prince Harry is a hypocrite and a liar. He has no honor. Well, there's that. Cringiest couple on earth, too. Harry married his mother. Well, he married somebody that tries to cosplay as his mother. He did not marry his mother. And now he truly is a spare. He is nothing more than a paycheck, a connection, a person to lift up Rachel. What did Rachel give up for Harry? That is the ongoing question. And how he doesn't see that, I don't understand. They are insufferable. Grifting is our thing 1 and thing 2. I thought this was very funny. I enjoyed that very much. All right. They just want their privacy. And this picture, oh my God, I couldn't stop laughing about this. And I had the best comments from some of you guys. And it's something I've said before, but I should have said it in the last video. And that is, they always use events that would make sense to their kids, to bring their kids. They go to these events and never the kids. It's so weird, like a sporting event. So weird. And then they call it date night to try to justify why they don't bring their kids out. It's so weird. They just want the privacy. Pavlov's dog. Okay, I don't know if this image is altered. I'm actually hoping it is, but I'm not sure. And it chills me to my soul. I really cannot with this image. It really freaks me out. Are you guys freaked out by it too? By the way, reminder, this is the one that pretty much all of us at some point or another have been told that we want, and we're jealous because we didn't get him. No, nobody wants that. The one that has him doesn't even want that. There's this one. Respect my Instagram loving bee wife's privacy. Someone pointed out today, why is it they never take their kids to family events? That's it. That's exactly the comment that I got as well. And the question that I have, and many of you have as well, is why don't they? They're enjoying showing them off. Sorry, showing one of them off on Instagram, but things that would make sense to bring them to, they don't do. And then they do it under the guise of date night and stuff. It's so bizarre to me. It really is. It just screams we're trying to merch our kids, or our kid. One kid, not the other. It's so weird. Okay, continuing on. When he's not forced by the human barnacle. I thought she said barricade. Barnacle. His eyes look sad. Yes, but also kind of angry too. I saw a lot of anger when I watched the videos. I thought he appeared kind of angry. Not just because she was like, it's just like he just was kind of over it, he seemed. Queen Esther says for the millionth time, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle don't want privacy. They want control. Controlled outrage. Meghan wants cameras, paparazzi, and attention. What frustrates her is that it isn't going the way she imagined. Yeah, I tend to think the same. God, that image right there sums it up, doesn't it? Come on, Harry, smile here. Again, this is how you talk to a small child, but even then, that's a little over the top. It's like, good Lord, why doesn't he just say, enough? Knock it off. I'm an adult. I don't need you to control me. I don't need you to do this. Anyway, I know. I always get a million comments. It's because he's controlled by her. But my God, like at some point, sanity would seep in, you'd think. But again, it must be where he's so dim. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. For the millionth time, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle don't want. Oh, sorry, it's the rest of it. Okay. Courtside cameras aren't there for her. They're sorry, they're there for actual stars, but she knows she'll be caught in frame and plays to it. The constant scanning for cameras says it all. She knows she's not popular. So when the lens finally lands on her, she overdoes it. The grinning is genuinely embarrassing. She looks thrilled just to be noticed. And Harry, right on cue, smiling and waving as he's been prompted, looking as clueless as ever when there's no one else to latch onto. The only paparazzi shots that surface are from Backgrid. That alone says everything. Let's see. Seems sad to get front row seats at a game, but keep leaving the seats to do other things and then leave early. That's it. If you didn't hear, those are the reports. That's what's being reported, is that they were trying to be seen. We have videos of them walking around and then they took off. I can't even imagine how much those tickets go for. I have a friend who's into basketball and was guessing some amounts. I mean, all of them are obscene. I can't even imagine. And I'm not sure that they would have paid it, or they did some sort of bartering or borrowing or whatever it is. I feel like they're such grifters. They probably wouldn't have paid it. But then I think, gosh, I mean, they have nothing going on except for things like, they live for things like this. So maybe they would spend it. I don't know. And then leave early. She has to coax him to wave. Again, that's not great. All I can think of too is, you remember, I think it was the Columbia trip, I believe it was, where she kept saying, hand, hand, like, give me your hand. And I just thought, who does that? That's so bizarre. So weird. She still really wants to be mobbed by the paparazzi like Diana/Catherine. She wants to be in the leagues with the Obamas, mingling with James Cameron, Steven Spielberg, all the top players. But she's nothing but a low-level, I'll leave that part out, that'll never reach that level of success. Dun, dun, dun. She looks thrilled just to be noticed. I think that pretty much sums her up. Well said. Yeah, I think so too. Perfectly pathetic as usual. At this point, it's not even surprising. Just the same hollow behavior on repeat with nothing new to offer. If someone was constantly pawing, rubbing, touching, pulling me like that nonstop, I would scream. Just no, stop. I always think the same thing. I wouldn't be able to handle it. My ADD is so bad that if somebody is like messing with me while I'm trying to do anything else, I'm going to, I'm like the least cool human being. I always say, like, I have no poker face. Like, you can tell my face is my mood ring. You can tell how I'm feeling based on my facial expression and the tone of my voice. So if I'm annoyed that somebody is like pawing at me, I'm not going to be able to carry on a conversation or keep my face in check. It's going to be like, what are you doing? And oh God, it's bad enough to do it while a camera is facing at you, and like wait for the camera. I actually think it's the worst when not that he has great things to say, but when he's trying to make conversations with somebody or even shake somebody's hand and she's like pulling him or trying to guide him or steer him. I think that is so rude and so obnoxious. I really do. I wouldn't be able to keep my cool in situations like that. Can you imagine? I wouldn't do that to a significant other. I wouldn't do that to a friend. I wouldn't do that to a colleague. I wouldn't do that to a child. It is rude and obnoxious. And it says your time is more important than everybody else's. And I just, and it, again, it's like, If you ever watched Housewives, you know what I'm talking about. I'm up here and you're down here. That was a famous thing from Housewives, but that's the vibe it gives. My time is up here. You think you're meeting, Harry, something like that, or having a conversation? No, that doesn't matter. What I want matters. It's just so rude. Why doesn't he ever stop it? Oh, and then I wanted to point out that Queen Esther said this isn't affection, it's control. And the way he submits makes it painfully clear how little backbone or self-respect he has left. Yeah, I tend to agree with that. I thought this was excellent. So they're pointing out this is the reception that Meghan Markle and Prince Harry thought they were going to get at the NBA game. So they have, of course, an event where Catherine and William were at, Prince and Princess of Wales, and everybody around them was reacting with love and adoration for William and Catherine, and they were cheering and applauding. And what was interesting is you could see that William and Catherine they were focused on the sporting event and excuse me, what was going on and the people around them, not the jumbotron or the camera. So they actually seemed surprised when they were caught on camera. They're like, hi, and it was such a genuine, sweet reaction, but it was more about being in the moment and being present and enjoying the people around them, how real royals would react, not eye blinking the camera, because they don't need to do that. The camera finds them, not the other way around. We just had a thing too with Princess Anne where she was, I believe, at the Olympics and giving out medals, and it was more about the athletes. People were reacting to her, but she was reacting to the athletes, and it's wonderful to see. And again, then you have whatever's going on with Harry and Meghan, where they'd make it all about themselves. They'd be trying to, I would say pretend smooch, but I think that ship has sailed. Remember when they used to do that and grift us? And now Meghan would be trying to, again, march out in front of soldiers. I don't know. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. I'm dying to know your thoughts on all this. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Chime in on all of it. I want to know your thoughts, of course, on the beginning part of this video with the Andrew and King Charles and Prince William of it all, the monarchy, where you land on all of that. And I want to know your thoughts on everything we talked about with Harry and Meghan. As always, a sincere thank you. Thank you to everybody who takes the time to comment and to, to make sure you're subscribed. I do want to point out that YouTube is bad for unsubscribing people. So if you can just double check that you're subscribed, as I'm pushing hard to that 200,000 point, because of you guys, I am getting closer and closer by the day. And I thank you for that. Just make sure you are subscribed. YouTube, if you don't interact with a video for a little bit, they do unsubscribe you. So if you can double check that, that's a huge help for me and a huge I appreciate it very much. Thank you to everybody who regularly comments. Thank you to everybody who's hitting the hi button. I just want you to know how much it truly means to me and how much you truly mean to me. Sincerely. Thank you for everything. I can't wait to bring you more stuff like this. And in case you don't know, or in case I haven't been clear, because I still get comments saying, what's going on at the end? Let me explain. So at the end of my videos, if you hang out, I like to have a conversation with you. It's not scripted. I never know what I'm going to say, and it feels like a secret. The way it started is I just randomly asked in one video, I was like, does anybody actually stay tuned to the end? And I was shocked at how many people said, yes, I do. And you were having a direct conversation with me. So now I say, stay tuned to the end, because I'm always having a direct conversation with you, but I'm having just a one-on-one conversation with you. It's never planned. It's never scripted. I just want to talk to you, And so it's like our private moment afterwards. It's like when you ride home with your best friend in the car and you're dying to talk about the party you were just at, or the thing you just saw, or, that kind of thing. That's what I want it to be like. So I'm explaining it because I still get questions saying, why do you do that? Or, people don't always get why you do that. I know. It's just a thing that I do. And now I'm having more and more of you say, it's your favorite moment. That means so much, because it's mine too. It really is. It's one of my favorite moments. I love the whole process. And that's the other thing I want to make clear too while I have you. I love this. I really do. I love YouTube. I get frustrated by certain things that I feel like my hands are tied and I can't say and all this stuff. And I get frustrated because I get comments saying, YouTube deleted my comment, or, this isn't working, or that's not, or, whatever. But I love this process and I feel like it bears mentioning. I do. I love making videos. I love you guys write the nicest things like, oh, I like your shirts. I like dressing up for you guys. Today I was a little bit more professional because I felt like I needed to be a little bit more serious in tone and in the topic. So I dressed a little more professional, but I just want you to know I do. I love what I do. I love talking about this stuff. It sounds silly, but I feel like I'm reporting on this stuff. I love researching this stuff. I love uncovering things. I love the royal family. I love talking about it, and I love pop culture in general. So I do want to start sprinkling that in more. I just feel like it's important to say all that. But anyway, I'm going to let this go, but I am going to do my ending, so stick with me. So that way, if you're not familiar with it, you're going to get familiar with it. Thank you guys so much for being here. The way you can help me is by continuing the wonderful things you're doing. The regular comments. I love seeing your comments. The thumbs up, the making sure you're subscribed, helping me get to that 200,000, hitting the share button, sending my link out, whether it's on social media, on St. Meghan Markle, any of that. Those things majorly help. And I really appreciate it. That's how my videos get traction, because of you guys. I've been doing more shorts lately because that's how my stuff's getting more traction. So thank you so much, everybody who helps me and comments. And thank you to everybody who watches my long form videos and then still goes back and watches my shorts. I can't tell you, Maria, I'm looking at you. I can't tell you how much that means. I can't tell you how much that helps and how much it's helping the algorithm. So thank you for that. Now, this is your show too. So leave me comments. Tell me what else you want me to cover. Tell me what else you want to see. If you want me to dive more into the controversies like I did at the beginning of this, let me know. If you want me to steer clear of the controversy, let me know. If you want me to go more pop culture, let me know. I want to know what makes you happy, so that way I can work in what makes me happy too. All right, that's going to do it for me. I hope you guys have the best day. And I can't wait to bring you more stuff like this. Take care of yourself and stay healthy. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye. And then I go, hi. Oh, gosh. Guys, see, this is the part where we're riding home together after we've been at this party. We've been making eye contact at each other throughout the party. Like, can you believe this? I can't believe this. And then we have a real talk. So let's see. What should we talk about this time? Real talk. Tell me your thoughts. Are you still pro-monarchy? Are you anti? It's okay. We can be respectful of each other, but I am curious. Maybe not anti. Maybe that's not the word. Are you shaken by this scandal? Are you more firm than ever about the monarchy because of everything that's happened? Do you agree with King Charles? Do you disagree? Let's be respectful of each other there. Is it not fair to even bring King Charles into this conversation? Is it better just to focus on Andrew? Is it not fair to talk about Andrew since it's allegations? I don't know. This is uncharted territory, but I want to know. I think it's okay to have an open dialogue about it. So I want to know. If you don't want to talk about any of that, that's okay with me too. Let me know your thoughts on Harry and Meghan. Do you feel the desperation reeking off of them like I do? Do you feel like it's getting more intense? Me too. All right, that's going to do it for me. I did something a little different. I colored my hair just a little bit. It's mostly the same color, but I love my hair lady so much. Hi, if you're watching. She added just a little bit of lightness around my face, and she gave me a gloss. I love it when she curled it. I love it when she does that. So I'm very happy. There's that. All right, that's going to do it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. A huge thank you to my behind the scenes team. There's a couple of us in a group text where we chat, and I asked them a million times to help me with this one because I was nervous, but I feel good about my message and where I went with it. And I want to thank them because they're my rock. They help keep me sane through all this. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I can't wait to bring you more stuff like this. Take care of yourself. Stay healthy. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye. Thank you to my Patreon peeps. You guys are awesome. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it. Bye.